Hello again. Hey, Momma Gail. Just wanted to teach you all how to make a blackberry pie. A lot of people love pies. They call me. They don't want to make them. They don't have the time to make them. But homemade tastes so much better. And when you order a pie from me, you're going to see a very pretty pie, and it's going to be delicious, and it's going to have just enough tart and sweet in it. And that's why people keep calling me, they keep ordering. So I'm going to go ahead and share my recipe with you, and then you can make it yourself, and just let me know what you thought about it after you made it, alrighty? Okay, I showed y'all how to make my pie crust in the other video. Just going to kind of recap that. I've got the flour, the salt, the sugar, and the shortening in here all mixed up. I'm going to go ahead and add my water. 1/4 cup, remember, just like in the video on the pie crust. And this pie is going to be pretty. I'll have a chance to show you what my pies normally look like when they leave here, when they leave the house. Bear with me, I'm a messy cook. This is a 2 pie crust, so I actually have 3 cups of flour in here today. A little bit more water. I like mine to be just above sticky. Remember I told you about that? No, I'm not tired yet. Okay. Oh yeah, that's perfect. See that? How it's coming together in a ball? Okay, I need half. Make my little... I'm going to try not to play with it a whole lot. We talked about that the other day. Our mamas and grandmas told us, don't play with your pie crust because you'll ruin it. Just want to make a ball so I can roll it out easy. Perfect. Get a little bit more in here. Okay. Alright, I need some flour on my table. I'm going to set this aside and get my flour down. Spread this out. Alrighty. Kind of come apart on me there. Ooh, that's gonna make a nice circle. Come on. Love it, love it, love it. And remember I was telling you the other day when I make my pretty pies or my deep pies like pumpkin pies, I like to be sure that to keep the crust so that it goes over the side. Again, there's the thickness. Let's get that. Slide this over a little bit. My pan, fold, unfold. Make sure it's all around there. I don't know what the deal is with my crust here lately. It must have split on me. Okay. Guess it just doesn't want to be cooked, huh? Just joking. Okay, see how it's kind of running over the side there? That's what I need when I do my pretty pies and my fruit pies, because I'm going to put a crust on it and it's going to have a nice crimped edge. Okay, I'm going to set that aside. And I want to, let me clean this off a little bit. And through the magic of video, it's clean enough for me to work, put my bowl down. This is about 1.5 cups of black raspberries that I've washed and just made sure that there were no little thorns in there, because of course you know blackberries grow in thorn bushes, so you want to be, or their bushes have thorns I should say. You want to make sure you get all that out, make sure that they're fresh. Always taste your blackberries so that you know how much sugar to add. And let's go ahead. These were pretty tart. They look amazing, don't they? Oh yeah. Let's go ahead and add to this. I'm going to add 2 cups of sugar, and I'll tell you why. I had an elderly lady, she loves pies. That was her thing. And normally I would put 1.5 cups in, but for her, she told me that her grandma and she used to make it, and she would make it super sweet. So I started doing that, and it really, really makes a difference. I'm getting a spoonula here. These come in so handy when you're working. My mother-in-law gave me these tools. She gave me all these bowls when she knew that I was serious about my baking business. And they work out so well. Okay, I got my sugar in there. To that sugar, I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of flour. And I got this from my mama. My mama always used flour. Let's put that in there. She also used cornstarch. And because this is a nice juicy pie, I want it to absorb as much of this as I can. So I'm also going to add some cornstarch. Get that in there. About a 1/4 cup. Okay. Let's go ahead and stir this up a little bit. Now, anytime you're working with a fruit like this, it's kind of tart, kind of sweet. Even if it's like a flat fruit, something that doesn't really have a whole lot of flavor, like a blueberry, you want to be sure and add just a little bit of acidity, a little bit of citrus and sugar, get it all mixed up in there. And normally with raspberries, you want to get them prepared to go into the pie plate, and then you want to let them sit. And as they sit, the sugar and the starch and the flour will all mix together. It'll make a nice paste, and it'll just marry, and it'll taste so good. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna go ahead and get some lemon zest. Huge lemon, right? Yeah, amazing. Get some lemon zest in there. And about a half teaspoon. You can kind of taste it too after you do this, and just make sure that that's the taste that you want. Another thing that brings out all those great flavors, this might make 2 pies. Pretty cool. Another thing, when you're dealing with the dark foods, you want to put maybe just a little bit of cinnamon. And this I am going to measure because I don't want to overdo it. My cinnamon, let's say a little less than half a teaspoon. Get that in there. And maybe not that much. It smells awesome. So fragrant, and it's going to make your pie smell so good and taste so good. Oh, people are going to wonder, what is that in there? Well, that's that little bit of cinnamon that you're not going to tell anybody about. That's going to be my secret, right? Right. Lemon zest, flour, sugar. Look how it's already marrying. You see how the juice, it's extracting the juice from the berries. We're going to let this sit for a little bit because I want it to continue to do this. I want it to just marry everything together. And while it does that, I'm going to go ahead and try to clean up my area a little bit so I can roll out my other thing. I want to show you one more thing before I do that though. Let me move that up a little bit. In the pie crust, my mom always did this. She would take a tablespoon of flour and put it in the bottom, because you're dealing with a berry that when it starts cooking, there's going to be so much juice in this pie. You want something in there to absorb it. So that was a half tablespoon. Let's get another one in there. Okay. Another thing my mama did, she always put sugar in the bottom of the pan, of the pie crust. Sprinkle that in there. And then, like always, take your hands, stir that around. Look at the berries. They are coming together so good. Oh my goodness. We're just gonna let that just marry just a little bit longer. Sometimes it goes quick, just depends on how juicy your berries are. These berries were ginormous. Let me find one here to show you I should have showed you beforehand. That's a big berry. And I think I'll eat that one and then go wash my hands. I'll be right back. That was so good. Okay, now we've got look at all that juice. Just that little bit of time. Probably 10 minutes, if that long. Look at all that juice. We're gonna go ahead and load this in our pie. Depending on how big a pie you want, our farmer's market is about to start up. So I wanna make sure that my presentation out there is gonna be remembered. So I'm gonna really load this pie up. It's gonna cook down a little bit. So don't get worried. It's not gonna be all over the place. Okay. Now look, you're gonna think that this is gonna just bubble all over the place. It is going to bubble up. Trust me, it's gonna bubble up pretty good. Put this in the sink. However, it's also going to cook down. So the pie will swell, and then it'll cook down. And let me wipe this off before I put my flour back on here. Once again, I'm a messy cook. You guys probably got that by now. Let's slide that up there while I roll out my other pie crust. Just getting my pie crust here. Oh yeah, that's perfect. And I saved a little bit in there so I could decorate my pies. That's something I love to do. I love to decorate. Let's get some flour on here and slide this just a little bit farther back. And I don't know if I'm just bored or I just like the look of really pretty pies. Okay. Let's go ahead and roll this out. You can already see it's got the layers in it. It's flaky. And this one, I think I'll make a flower out of leaves. So let's do this. Let's. And these holes, I'll make some holes. They'll be pretty, they'll be decorative. But I just use my piping tip. See that nice size hole there? Use that and make some holes in your crust. And you kind of want to keep it centered, so put your hole in the center, pop that out of there, you're going to use that. Save all your holes, all your little pie crust holes. And my Aunt Mary, she's my husband's aunt, but she's Aunt Mary, we call her Sister Maris as well. She bought me these really cute tools. She saw that I was having to cut out freehand my leaves and stuff and my decorations. So she bought me these really cute tools and they work really well. Let's get some more holes cut out here. I should have took that out of there. There's a cake tip full of holes, full of dough. Just make some holes, just kind of, you can do it random or you can do it perfect. It just depends on you, your baking style. I like to say my pies are rustic, so they'll be pretty. It may look rustic, but it'll be pretty. Alrighty, go ahead, remember, fold. Clear your spot so you can get your pie plate. We're gonna put a little bit of egg wash on here. Remember the egg wash was only, put that back some. There we go. The egg wash was 1 egg. And if you're working with eggs, I tell this to everybody, unless you're making meringues and you need really cold egg whites, try to get them room temperature, because anything you use room temperature when you're baking is going to come out better. Handy dandy brush, I showed you that when I made the pie crust. And I just want to put some of the egg wash around the edge. It's going to help that top layer to adhere to the bottom. Okay? And we rolled it. Now let's try to get that hole in the center there. And voila. Okay. You can see all my holes on here. So now I was telling you about when I bake pies, I make them so full, especially pumpkin pies or berry pies, that I want to kind of roll the ends. My pies are pretty, but they are kind of rustic occasionally. So let's just get that rolled around and then I'll work with it. And you can see how loose and pliable with that pie dough that I make, the pie crust that I make. You'll love it. Water, the key is water. And you'll have to fill your dough. You'll have to figure out how much. Now, if you want it, this pie would be perfect like this. Just kind of curled around. But nah, let's do something else. Let's do this. Let's get rid of a little bit of this crust or this pie dough, because I'm actually going to save that for something. I kind of led into it what I'm going to do with that pie crust, right? Yeah, decorate. And then I am a little artsy with my pies. Some people like it, some people love it, some people just want to eat the pie. Oh yeah. I didn't have no doubt this morning when I rose, yeah. I didn't have no. Remember I talked to you about crimping? Let's crimp that pie. Purdy, purdy. I love it. nice big crust, because what happens with berry pies? Juice. And if you don't want to have to clean your oven after you make this pie, listen to what I said. Nice big healthy crust. I didn't have no doubt. Roll your sides. Okay, you can do it like that. Just get it started. You can tell, once I start messing with dough, I want to play. So just bear with me. You can also take your fingers like this, your pinchies, and just go in. See how pretty that is? You're also making a nice little moat, so that juice should try to stay in the pan. Always cook your pies on another baking sheet, because pies have a mind of their own. They will do what they want to do. Look how pretty that is already. Let's get that going some more. Now this is gonna swell too, so I'm not real worried about it, but it's when it cooks, it's gonna swell. It's gonna turn golden brown from the egg wash. Yeah, I think so. There we go. That one is looking better. This morning, Holy Ghost, I didn't have no doubt. I woke up this morning with the Holy Ghost. I didn't have no doubt. This is gonna be so pretty when it cooks. And I didn't have no doubt. Felt like walking. Okay, take our egg wash. We're gonna put a little bit more on top. I want to do that there because I want to add something to this pie to make it look really pretty. Yes, it is. Same. Okay, got my egg wash on there, cover. Eyeball it, make sure you got most of it covered, because you want that golden color. You want that pie color just to be like, bam. When somebody looks at your pie, they're going to say, oh my gosh, that's just beautiful. Okay, I was telling you about what my aunt, Sister Mary, gave me. Let's get this on. I'm going to take the rest of my dough. This is going to be pretty. And some of this flour over here. And some more flour. Okay, I just need to roll this out a little bit. Some people put butter in their pie. I'm finding with my berry pies, I really don't need that butter. It gets thick and juicy and it has a great taste. Look at those cute little leaves. These punches are amazing. Put those right there. So pretty. Hey, it's a pie, and you want anything that you make look better, people are going to want to eat, they're going to want to purchase. And I was telling you, we have our farmer's market coming, so I want to make sure that I make these pies really pretty for that. Okay, I cut my little leaves out, see that, with my little punch that was gifted to me. What a great gift to give somebody, right? Take your leaves, and we're just going to lay them. I might put a little bit of egg wash on the back just to keep it together. Will carry me. He will provide for me. Will take care of me. That's so pretty. He will take care of me. He will provide for me. If you ever wondered how people's pies are decorated, this is how. Okay, we got a nice little flower made of leaves, and then we can take our little dots that we saved, and we're just gonna put them in the center. You want to leave your air hose open because, like I said, when berry pies cook, they do their thing, and you want to give them as much room to breathe as possible. You know, actually, let me do this. Let me put a little bit more egg wash on while I'm thinking about it. Let them do their thing. That is going to be beautiful. Okay. Yep, we'll just line that hole with these now. Oh, that's so pretty. Yep. Good. Take the rest of them, just kind of situate them around. Yeah. Looks like a winner to me. Let's get it painted up a little bit more. Okay, we're gonna put this in the oven. We're gonna start it let's hit it for 15 minutes on 400 degrees. And then I like to bake them slow after that. I like to hit them with the heat, and then we have a huge gas range, so I just want to make sure that they're getting cooked all the way through, which it takes care of. But it's going to be very pretty. You can see the juice is already starting to do its thing on the outside. It's starting to come out. So we're going to get this in the oven, and I will be back with the finished product to show you just how pretty this pie is. Don't you think so? Pretty awesome, huh?